Hello to all my single, sassy, sexy mummies. How are you doing? First of all, can we have a round of applause for the hair? The natural hair. Oh my. Woo-hoo. Loving it. Okay. So another dating tip that I have incorporated into my parenting, which is really helping. And this tip is to not be predictable. So a lot of the dating gurus and teachers that I listen to, they always say your partner doesn't need to know your every move. They don't need to know exactly what time you go to bed every night. You don't want to always do things at the exact same time. You just don't want to be predictable. You want to add a bit of mystery into the relationship. And I thought, how could I use this with parenting? And I realized I've been doing it unintentionally. So, for example, usually when I'm heating up food, I make sure I always heat up my food and I heat up Malachi's food as well. I make sure I always dish out my food and I dish out his food as well. There's just certain things that I always used to do for him. And then slowly but surely, I thought, you know what? This boy is big enough to do these things himself. So one day I called him to the kitchen. I was like, Malachi, your food's on the plate. And he went to pick up the plate. He was like, but it's not hot though. This is me, yeah, because you need to put it in the microwave yourself. And he was like, oh, okay. And so I thought, I'm going to keep doing that because he just has come to expect things. And if I'm always doing them, then of course he's going to expect it because I always do it. So little things like when I go shopping, I used to beg this boy to come shopping with me because I just loved his company. And it was just our little thing that we done together. I need to open a window because it's getting hot in here. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I always used to beg him to go shopping. And then I thought, why? Let me just leave him actually. So sometimes I'd just be like, okay, I'm going out and I'll be back in a bit, but I'm going to call you when I'm downstairs. And when I do that, now he knows, okay, mummy's probably going shopping and when she comes back, she's going to call me so I can come and help her with the bags downstairs. Because even that, I used to struggle and bring every bag up by myself. And now is at a point where obviously he can stay at home by himself. And so why should I struggle? We live on a third floor of a flat and it's not like loads of stairs, but if you're carrying those big, heavy Aldi and Lidl bags, your fingers they're gonna be lacking the blood supply going through the hand. So yeah, I started just making sure that I call him to help me with that. And even sometimes I won't even hold any bags. I'll make sure it's not a lot of shopping and he can hold all the bags himself. But just don't be too predictable with your kids. Obviously, depending on their ages, there's certain things you have to do for them. But there's little things you can still get them to do for themselves. So if right now you have a toddler and you're always picking up their toys for them, stop that. Stop that. From time to time, say, okay, little toddler, you're going to clear away all of this stuff and mummy's going to do this stuff. And sometimes mummy isn't going to do any of it and you're going to have to do it by yourself. Or if you have like a primary school age child and every morning you make sure that you set out their clothes for them, start changing it up. Say to them, okay, every Monday, I expect you to take out your own socks, your own t-shirt, your own vest and have it ready on the bed. Because I just believe anyway that it's really important to prepare our children for life, real life. There are so many necessary skills that we don't get taught at school for whatever reason, I do not know. But I feel like as a parent, it's our responsibility to teach our children those basic life skills. And just like in life as well, things are going to change. Like we would love it if things stayed the same and we could always follow that nice routine and know what's going to happen. But it isn't going to be like that. So I feel like doing these little things for our children and showing them, okay, sometimes you need to take responsibility for it yourself, or you can't always rely on mummy or daddy or auntie or whoever your caregiver is to be there, because that's how it is in life. Not for everybody, but that's definitely something I've experienced where I thought certain people are going to be there for me in life and they can't. Of no fault of their own, they just cannot be there. Or I thought I was always going to work a certain job, or I thought I'd always have these certain clients, and things change. And looking back onto my childhood, there are a lot of things that my mum made sure she took control of, and it wasn't for any bad reason. Like, for example, she didn't let us do our own cooking in the kitchen. All we done in that kitchen was make our breakfast, and that was cereal, maybe some toast, and that's it, because she didn't want to deal with the mess. Whereas now with Malachi, even though it is annoying to have to call him to come and clean up his mess, I've made him responsible for making his lunch. Like during the summer holidays, there's been some days where I've said, you know what, there's dinner in the house, you can get your breakfast sorted and you can get your lunch sorted for today. Whether that's him just making some oven food, making himself some noodles, or just making some spaghetti to go with the bolognese that's already in the fridge. I feel that's really, really important for him to have those skills and for him to feel like it's normal as well. So then when he does get to the age where he's independent, he can do it himself. And just taking this back to dating, this is really important with your partner as well, because just like how your children will begin to expect things to always be there and to always be done for them, if you're doing this for your partner, they will come to expect that as well. And you're not their maid, you're not their replacement mother, you're not their chef. You should be doing things because you want to, not because it's expected of you and they think you're just automatically always going to do it for them. So let's keep switching things up, whether it's in our dating lives or with our parenting. Don't always be predictable as a mummy, and give your children responsibility. In the long run, they will thank you for it. So on that note, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, please. Especially if you stayed to the end, that means there was something about this that you liked. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing day ahead. Thank you for staying here for the entire video, and I'll be back again soon. As always, be the best you that you can be. Bye.